Syracuse moves on to the third round of the NCAA tournament with a 77-60 win over Indiana State. Coming up on Orange Press Pass, we'll take a look at how the Orange was able to come away with the win, plus a one-on-one interview with SU guard Scoop Jardine. All of that coming up on Orange Press Pass. Scott Grodzki here with Ryan Coletti in Cleveland. And Ryan, for Syracuse, it wasn't pretty, but they come away with the win and move on.
No, I don't think anybody expected Indiana State to climb within 4 points in the second half, but the Orange just overmatched them eventually later in the game.
Yeah, eventually Syracuse pulled out the 77-60 win, leading the way for SU. Rick Jackson with a season-high 23 points. He also was 9 for 11 from the free throw line. Scoop Jardine, 9 assists and 9 points, just a little shy of a double-double, but that wasn't a problem for Chris Joseph. His first double-double of the season, 12 points and 10 boards.
You know, Chris Joseph had a really solid game. Also got a lot of rebounds because of Indiana State shooting those outside shots. So Chris Joseph able to collect his first double-double of the season.
And for Coach Jim Boeheim in his 27th season in the NCAA tournament, he gets his first win this year. Let's hear what he had to say after the game.
Well, I thought when we drew the game that this would be a difficult game, and it was very difficult. We played as well as we could play in the first half offensively. You know, Ricky didn't miss a free throw, and we're up 8 points at halftime. So I knew this thing was going to be tough, and it was. They're a very difficult team to play against. They're very well coached. They move the ball. They have a lot of guys that can shoot. I thought in the second half our defense got a little bit better when we needed it to, and we got some turnovers and got a couple easy baskets. But it's a very difficult game, and it could have been even tougher. They had a couple go in and out when it was a 10-point game. But you know, we made some good plays coming down the stretch when we needed to.
John Day from the Watertown Times. How about CJ's play tonight? I mean, he did a lot of good things for you.
Yeah, you almost don't notice it until you get the stat sheet. You know, he made a huge play when it was 4. We were trying to go to Ricky, and they came back off CJ, and really he made a very difficult drive and got a bank shot in there when it was down to 4. And I think that was the kind of the play. We got 6, and we got a steal and got 8 to 10. But that was, you know, I thought a huge play. But, you know, he's been good all year. He just does what he does. He gets in the right spots, and he's a very good basketball player.
Mike Lepresti with Gannett. You're no stranger to later games, but how difficult is it to wait around all day and start this late? And should any team in this basketball tournament be playing a game at 12:40?
It's pretty tough to play. I think the players are fine. It's me. You know, I didn't get out of bed today. I stayed in bed the whole day. I didn't even think about getting up. I didn't even get up well, I did have to get up a couple times, but if I hadn't had to, I wouldn't have. And, you know, it's late. I mean, we played late last year. I guess it's got to happen. I don't know the exact logistics of everything, but, you know, once you get past the 9 o'clock starting time, I think that, you know, you'd like to see that be the last time. I don't know when I finally did start tonight, but I don't think the players mind. We practiced Monday and Tuesday at 10 o'clock, just to, you know, whether that helped. I don't know if it probably didn't help much, but we did practice those 2 days just to get a feeling for what it's like. But I think the players are okay with it, really. I don't think we've got too many guys go to bed at 9 o'clock. You know, Indiana State, they may have a couple guys, but I don't think we got too many guys to go to bed early. So, you know, it's just part of the tournament. They got a lot of teams, and, you know, maybe they can juggle it a little bit to get it a little bit earlier, but, you know, it is, you know, when you're in the tournament, you should be happy. I'm happy. We're in the tournament. We're still in the tournament.
Back here with Ryan Coletti as we break down this Syracuse win. Ryan, Rick Jackson, 23 points, dominated the paint. You knew this was going to happen against an undersized team like Indiana State, but how was Rick able to come away with such a dominating performance?
Probably the preparation throughout the week. He expected the double team, so he practiced with the double team, and that's the way he was able to dominate Indiana State, because they did bring the double team in the second half, but Rick Jackson's just a totally different player. I mean, Jake Odom, the guard for Indiana State, after the game said he's an NBA type of player. He makes the right decisions, and Rick Jackson obviously is really fine-tuned his game for the NCAA tournament.
Jackson, of course, a part of that core veteran leadership for Syracuse. You saw the first 23 points all scored by either Chris Joseph, Scoop Jardine, or Rick Jackson. How important were the three of them plus Brandon Trish in this game?
Well, you heard it earlier in the season. Coach Jim Boeheim said, without these three veteran leaders we have on this team, we wouldn't be anybody. And this is showing it right now. This is the time when you go into this postseason play in the NCAA tournament where the veterans shine, and that's what they did tonight.
And I got a chance to catch up with one of those veterans, Scoop Jardine. A little bit short of a double-double, 9 points and 9 assists in the game. Scoop, talk about just getting this first one out of your system.
It was great. You know, we wanted to establish ourselves early, establish Ricky, because we knew they didn't have nobody that can stop him, man. And I was just proud of my guys, because we really ain't playing in a while. We ain't playing like a week, and we came out and like we didn't miss a beat. We was making shots. We was talking on defense, and that's the thing you're going to have to do throughout this whole tournament is to stay together and try to do the best things as possible to win every basketball game.
Yeah, Rick had a season-high 23 points. Did you guys expect this coming into the game? And just talk about Rick's performance.
Rick been dominant for us all year, you know, and today was just one of them dominant performances. And the best thing about it is he made all his free throws, and he was great on defense. Like, the little things Rick do on our team, we're going to miss when he's gone there. And I'm just happy that we got him for right now.
Now, with 15 minutes to go in the game, they made it a 4-point game. What was going through your minds then?
Nothing. You know, we knew as fast as we can go up 15 points, they can cut the lead, you know. And the thing about it, CJ made a tough basket for us when they was up 4 to give us up 6, and that's what we're going to have to make them type of plays to win games. You know, every lead in the Big East, in the NCAA tournament is not safe at all. You got teams that come back from down 20 and win games, and that's the way it is here. That's why it's the NCAA tournament, and we knew that. So you can't press the panic button. You just got to play every possession like it's your last and try to get the best shot as possible.
And you know, obviously, your next opponent is Marquette. What are your initial thoughts on the Golden Eagles? Haven't played them already this year.
They got us early in the year when we was on the ropes, going through a tough time our season. And the thing about it, we found ourselves on the offensive end. We found our identity, and we know what type of team they are, and we just going to have to come out and compete with them on every possession and play Syracuse basketball, and it should be a great game.
Scoop Jardine and the Orange advance to round 3. Scoop, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
In Syracuse's 76-70 loss to Marquette, Jardine had his first double-double of the season, 13 points and 13 assists. Now we bring back Ryan Coletti. Ryan, what were some of the players saying about the Marquette rematch coming up on Sunday?
Chris Joseph said the Marquette loss back in January was the turning point of the season. It was the 4th loss in that 4-game losing streak that SU had. Then they ripped off 5 straight. I mean, that's the way the season goes in the Big East, and Chris Joseph said that was where the season changed for them.
Now, in the game in Milwaukee, Jay Crowder had 25 points and 7 rebounds. What do you expect to be different, if anything, in this matchup?
Well, it's not just Crowder now. It's Butler and it's Johnson Odom. Those guys totaled for 44 of their 66 points tonight against Xavier. That is a 3-headed monster that SU will have to stop with that 2-3 zone. Otherwise, it's 2/3 of their offensive production for Marquette. If they're able to shut down any of those 3, there goes a lot of their offense.
So it'll be Syracuse and Marquette on Sunday at 7:40. Along with Ryan Coletti, I'm Scott Grodzki. Thanks for watching Orange Press Pass.